LOY Brunson is back. You can go to loybrunson.com for more information. This video is new because he recaps the history of the two cases him and his brothers were running through. So there is some excitement here that those cases now may be heard. As you may remember, I got real excited when Donald Trump said to Matt Gaetz or to the Speaker of the House that we're not worried about the House of Representatives because we got a surprise. This might be it.
Federal Court of Utah docketed and noticed us that they had decided to do what we were suing them to do. They reversed their decision and they ordered the chief clerk of the court of the Federal Court of Utah to issue the 388 summonses and allowed the complaint to move forward, which the U.S. attorneys represented, and that's the one that's at the Supreme Court. Now, the Rule 11 is the Supreme Court Rule 11. And what that means is we found a rule with Supreme Court documents that if they feel your case is of imperative public importance, they will allow you to bypass the normally required 10th Circuit Court of Appeals and file it. And they did that. They allowed that to happen. They filed it. It's the first Rule 11 ever allowed to be filed by someone representing themselves. In U.S. history, this is the first time in the history of the United States that someone filing a personal damage claim under Rule 11, able to bypass the 10th Circuit, was able to file one. Now, the last time a Rule 11 was filed by the Supreme Court was in the 70s. So the current justices, this is the first Rule 11 the current justices have allowed to be filed. Now, here's the last part of part of this is when they deny a hearing, it's not dead. They denied a hearing twice, and it is still alive. They can pull it off the shelf. They've done it in the past, and they can completely adjudicate the whole complaint, or they can remand it back to federal court. They could overturn the lower court's decision, remand it back to federal court, and then the investigation process would pursue, and that would mean we could depose and we could get questions answered, interrogatories filed, and every single one of those defendants would then be exposed for why they didn't allow a 10-day investigation. So a lot could happen with this case still. And so that's why we're pushing to have the Supreme Court hear from we the people to support their actions.